Let's talk about booty souls right quick. Yes, indeed, we're talking Stellar Blade, the little souls-like that could. It's taken over the gaming industry, especially, Sony players, the PlayStation 5 players, that is specifically. A lot of people played it, a lot of people streamed it, a lot of people talked about it, and well, the only people that weren't talking about it were the company themselves, mostly because they were trying to deal with, or at least find the appropriate way to deal with the censorship controversy over the top of it, and well, with their first post that they came out, it seemed like they're kind of tipping their hat towards the overwhelming amount of support that people have for the project, and this is potentially something you could see as a veiled appreciation. Potentially, is that what we're talking about? Thanks to all our Stellar Blade fans for your passion and feedback. Stay tuned for updates. Well, yeah, okay, that's great. Your fans for your passion and your feedback. We've seen a lot of passion. Some of it not safe for YouTube or for social media. And the feedback, well, yeah, it's been vociferous. And one of the biggest cultivators of passion and feedback for the game is in fact Grummz. So shout out to Grummz once again, and to have the Stellar Blade account seemingly turn their back on him, that's kind of strange. This is the guy, if you recall, who's marshaled the forces behind the free Stellar Blade campaign that just about has 80,000 signatures, and I've heard Grummz go across to a couple of different podcasts and talk about his position on this, and yeah, it's not about the need to have sexy women in a video game. Every woman needs to be sexy, needs to be my personalized idealization of women. No, it's nothing about that. It's just simply you provided promotional material for a game. You said things were going to be one way, and then you shipped and patched it in order to provide another. What are we doing here? That's a big issue. It's all about honesty and clarity in gaming. Where have we heard this before? All we're just looking for is ethics in games. Anyways, to have the Stellar Blade account repost, to have them retweet a Kotaku article, the same Kotaku that employs Alyssa, you can't be racist to white people mercante. Stellar Blade's Eve is hottest when she's not revealing everything, and for Stellar Blade to repost that, I don't know, man. Maybe it was a part of the algorithm. Maybe they got an intern on the retweets where it's like, okay, anytime that you see Eve and hot, you'll just go ahead and repost it, but this is Kotaku. They just think that she would be hottest if she was wearing a burqa. Unless, of course, she was part of a game from a company that has the same ideological position as them, then they have absolutely no problem with showing a little bit of additional skin, but retweeting Kotaku's post about outfits is not a win. No, of course it's not, because even just look at the way she's at her hottest when she looks like what we think women should look like. No, like, I've got my position on this stuff, and I've got my opinions on what I think women wear that make them look the hottest, but my opinion, Grummz's opinion, Kotaku's opinion, doesn't matter at all when it comes to Stellar Blade. The only opinion I care about is the developers. What does Shift Up want to put out there? Not what Sony wants to put out there, because that's who's causing all of these problems to begin with. Well, unfortunately it gets worse from there, because Stellar Blade removes Kotaku retweet after getting called out by Grummz, so that's kind of a good thing, but then that also shows that Shift Up, Stellar Blade, they aren't exactly all that forthright with their intentions. That's not a good thing. The official Stellar Blade account on X has removed a retweet promoting a Kotaku article after it was called out by former World of Warcraft team lead Mark Kern, aka Grummz, who is leading the campaign to uncensor Stellar Blade. As noted by Kern on X, the official Stellar Blade account retweeted Kotaku's article titled "Stellar Blade's Eve is hottest when she's not revealing anything or everything." Now Grummz reacted by retweeting, "Yes, what does that mean? Reposting Kotaku's not a win." And Kern further called out Stellar Blade as well as Sony published Helldivers 2 community manager. We've talked about that recently as well. If you want more information on that, go check out that video. He wrote, "Community manager for Stellar Blade retweets Kotaku on outfits censorship justification. Helldivers 2 community manager, hold my beer." Really, these community managers are both terrible at their jobs. They are competing for worst crisis management in gaming. And it's funny, the villain over the top of that's the biggest issue, but then you have these useful idiots trying to throw themselves on the fire, trying to put it out simultaneously. The official Stellar Blade account has since undone the retweet from the Kotaku article. Grummz reacted on X, "Something is happening. Stellar Blade has removed the retweet from Kotaku's outfit article. Progress. Keep those petition signatures coming. We are moments away from 75,000. Well, actually, we're moments away from 80,000. Hell, by the time that you're seeing this video, might actually be over that 80,000. Hopefully. Hopefully, as noted by Kern, the online petition is part of his 8-step plan to uncensor Stellar Blade and then to, yes, also get liars out of gaming. That would be great. That would be great. I've got a perfect example. It's called Final Fantasy VII Rebirth. They provided exactly what they promised to, and it's fantastic and great, and I just can't stop talking about the game. It's wonderful, and get us a PC port so I can do a full push, for that port and do my big review that I'm planning. I'm working on it. I got ideas, okay? We'll see it by the end of the year, hopefully. Well, let's see. Let's see if Grummz was perhaps being a bit of a reactionary by calling on Stellar Blade to go ahead and rescind their endorsement of said article. So I have it pulled up right here. Let's take a look. Let's see some of the justifications that Levi Winslow, color me surprised, has in arriving at this conclusion. I'm having a great time with Stellar Blade. I'm glad you are. A new character action game from developer Shift Up that launched on PS5 exclusively on April 26th. As I embark on a second playthrough thanks to New Game Plus. I fall ever more in love with the combat, the story, and the world. I'm also finding more and more outfits for our heroine Eve, which is great because many of them are cute and stylish enough to get posted on a fashion-focused Instagram account. I don't like this person. There are a lot of outfits in the game, over 70 of them. Well, that's pretty cool, actually. There's some fighting games that don't even have that many skins for their characters, but alright. And while many of them are hot, some of the sexiest ones are actually the least revealing. There's no secret the game has been a hot topic of discussion online lately, with some of the firestorm raging over Eve, a soldier who slays heels while slaying aliens. I get it. Some folks have been freaking out how they feel certain outfits are censored. Feel? No, they can just go ahead and take a look. It's like, okay, here's the unpatched version and here's the patched version. Clearly there's changes, so I don't know what you call that in journalist world, but okay. Creating petitions to free Stellar Blade. He lives rent-free in their heads. From the censorship gods and prudes, it's a take to be sure. Get it? It's a take to be sure. It's kind of like how Kotaku is going to be closed by the end of the year as a take. Especially considering how hot Eve and her outfits already are. Yeah, it's almost like the outfits and their censorship is just the means of communicating this idea that, hey guys, censorship in games is a problem and we could probably do away with that. However, I'd argue that Eve is often at her hottest when she's wearing more clothes. Yeah, see, this person's just really stuck on level 1, okay? Just thinking that this is just about, hot chicks and outfits, okay? Look at all of these outfits. She looks so good in some of them. Moving ahead a little bit, I think about things like the centerfolds of Playboy what the hell? Or steamy photo shoots where models tease you with their bodies, revealing more it's a game, bro. Imagine like these, images like these that leave more to your imagination, that let your mind run wild with the ideas around how the reveal may happen is the epitome of sexy, in my opinion. Sir or madam, this is a Wendy's playing an action-adventure game. If this was, this was just an issue. Oh, all you want to see is just women in the scantily clad outfits, okay? Oh, you're so concerned about censorship. There's better costumes that are out there. Oh yeah, and speaking of other costumes that are out there, there's more costumes that have also been censored. Oh wow, it's almost like Stellar Blade hasn't learned their lesson. Looks like fans have been finding the original source concepts for some of the outfits in Stellar Blade. The matches are quite clear and indicate several modesty panels were added to the game's version at some point. Personally, I don't feel the changes from the concept to the game art should be deemed censorship. I do feel the images used in official trailers to promote an uncensored experience, a key marketing point, and later altered do cross the line. Exactly, and that's what Grummz's issue, and that's what his position has been in regards to covering this issue. What he's talking about, hey, it's fairly analogous to what's going on over at Helldivers with them forcing a new account over you. So the conclusions are fairly similar, where you have games journalists just simply saying, oh, Eve is not there for you to just simply stare at, okay? Them just putting on cleavage covers isn't that big of a deal. And then with the people also over on the Helldiver side, she's just an account, sign up for the account, bro. It's these incremental changes. It's these petty tyrants wanting you to do more and more, changing the rules of engagement on the fly to just exert a little bit more power over you. And now we're seeing, on a grand scale, gamers are stepping back and going, no, I may enjoy the game. I have principles. I will just simply walk away, and it's going to end up hurting your bottom line. If you want to go ahead with all of this insanity, go for it. But we are no longer playing along with this crap. Good on Grummz for calling this stuff out and cataloging it for everyone, and good on the people to not let up on this nonsense. 2024 is the year where corporations stop putting the whims and desires of these creepy fringe ideologues above the consumers. So with all that said, thank you all very much for the gift of your time. I've been Don Consuelo. I want you to follow your gut and get after it. Take care, everyone.